So without further ado, our guest speaker this morning is Tracey Jones. Come on up, man.
Hey, everyone. How's everybody doing? Well, you gotta say tremendous. If you don't say tremendous, they make me dock my pay or something like that. And it reminds me of a story I heard about a young businessman, and he asked his CEO how he had become so successful. And the CEO looked at the young man and he said, "Good judgment." And the young man said, "All right, well, how do I get good judgment?" And the CEO said, "Experience." And the young man, of course, being impatient and wanting success, said, "Okay, how do I get experience?" To which the CEO said, "Poor judgment." All right? And those of you that are laughing know exactly what I used to hear that as a kid, and I'm like, this experience stuff is scary kind of thing. God doesn't call us to be successful. He calls us to be obedient. So when we are walking the walk and you get that call that you know something is brewing, there's a storm coming, this is your chance to step up. I love the saying, God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. As Christians, we are supposed to model Christ, and leadership, as we heard, is really all about servanthood. We learn more from our hardships than we ever do from our successes. My father loved the fact of what the hardships brought, and people would call him up and say, "Charlie, can you please pray for me? I got this problem. I want you to pray it goes away." And he would say, "What do you mean? You want me to pray you out of something that God put you in to build you, break you down and build you up to become all that you could be?" And he said he was the only person in the country that had people call him and say, "Charlie, please stop praying for me. I've had everything that I can take," okay? So these are the things that we're going through this. It is never easy. But the God-given gifts are what the dilemma brings out. So just step. We don't know how we're going to do it. Because if we knew how we were going to do it, we'd be doing it of our own will. And Christian leadership is about taking the leadership from the talents that God gave us to opening up the gifts that He gives us. Does anybody have a dilemma going on in their life? That is a signal from God that you are meant to step out of the masses and into the spotlight. Leadership is not about a title, it's about what's in your heart. And nowhere is there a better preparation for life and leadership than the Bible. It tells us everything that we're going to encounter, that the battle's already been won, and that we're going to make it out of this. Not just alive, but alive for an eternity.